Hello everyone, welcome if you are new here, welcome back if you are not new here. I recently released a photography project called Bible Symbolism, so I'm sure that release project is the reason why you are here. So this video will give you a behind the scenes look of how I created the stencils and also just a little bit behind the scene of how I did the shoot in general. So if you are looking for those things, stay tuned. So before I get into it, let me just say that this project was a lot of trial and error. So this is what you're going to see me doing, trial and error. But what I am doing now, the first option I came up with, since I am on a budget, I went ahead and printed out my images on just some plain computer paper. I had to purchase a cutting mat and a cutting knife. And as you can see, I am just trying my best to cut out these images from this paper. So this option is not the best option because the paper is really flimsy. You have to sit there and tediously cut out every part of your image. And depending on how your image is, depending on the amount of detail that you have in your image and what you want to achieve with your stencil, this option was definitely not the best option for me. And I know I have these videos sped up, so it literally took me almost an hour to carve out that bird. And that bird didn't have too many extreme detail, but I had the wings, I had the tree, and I was sitting here like, oh no, I am not about to sit here and just carve out all of these pictures. So I was like, okay, there has to be another way. So plan B, I had to come up with another option. One of the most known lights is maybe like a Godox, and you can get the gobos that come with the stencils, but that wasn't an option for me. So I had to brainstorm, and I was like, wait, hold on. Doesn't my mom have a Cricut? And I was like, Cricuts can cut out things. They can cut out stencils. So I was like, bet, let me pull out this Cricut and let me learn how to use this thing. Hopefully this option works for me. So as you will see me right here, I am pulling out some paper. This is Specially Yours inkjet greeting card paper. This paper has a thickness to it. So since I know that the computer paper did not work for me, I tried construction paper. Construction paper has like a little more thickness than computer paper, but that didn't work for me either. I had those videos, but I was like, I'm not going to put those videos in here because it was a mess, y'all. It was a whole mess. So yeah, I am using the greeting card paper, which has a greater thickness. So I had to learn how to use this Cricut, and it wasn't hard to learn. I had to download the app, the Cricut app, the software. I had to buy these. As you can see, the green, blue, purple mats. These are also cutting mats. They have like an adhesive stickiness to them. So you cannot use the Cricut unless you have these. So that also pushed back some of my time because I had to get these mats and basically just had to figure some things out. So yeah, as you can see, I'm using the mats. I put the paper on the mat, and I'm getting my images off of Google. And then with the Cricut, when you bring the images in the software, it allows you to edit the image. It allows you to do your outline, so on and so forth. And I just want to let you all know this is not a Cricut tutorial. So you're probably not going to learn how to use the Cricut on this video. This is more so just showing you all behind the scenes of my process and how I made these stencils. So now you guys know that I made it with the Cricut. So you all would have to have a Cricut or purchase a Cricut and learn how to use it. But yeah, this is the bird. I did the bird, and I am showing you guys how it came out, and it came out great. And I was so excited because I was like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm getting this stuff done. So this next one that is being cut out is the tree. And once you all see the tree and just all the details that are in these images, then you will see as to why I did not want to sit there and cut out these images, because my images would have been all over the place. My details, my lining would have been off, and it would have shown in the stencils, because you know, when you use the light and the light goes through the image, it's going to show every little detail. So this is why you need something more precise. As you can see, the Cricut cuts out images and details precisely. Look at that tree. Look at all those leaves, those lines, those curves. I would have had to sit there and do. So this next one that is being cut out is a set of angel wings. So I wanted to do 2 sets of angel wings just to have variety, you know, just to give me something different. And these angel wings specifically, I was having a hard time with, I think, with the amount of detail, because if you all saw the image in the beginning or even now, you can see the amount of detail that is in these images. So not only with the detail, but when you are trying to make stencils and cutting out stencils with the Cricut, you have to make sure that all of that outlining is there. You have to make sure the picture that you chose is clear when it comes to showcasing the detail, showcasing the outlining. If anyone is familiar with Photoshop or any kind of photo software where you have to cut out images, you have to make sure that cutout is clear. So this is what I'm doing now in Photoshop, trying to make sure my photo is clear and precise. Are you kidding me? If you are a Photoshop user, I'm sure you are aware of the scratch disk aggravation. You can be in the middle of a project and it'll be like, boop, your scratch disk is full. And you'll have to stop whatever you're doing and clean out those scratch disks. So yeah, that was just me working on the photo, making sure the photo was clear, making sure I had all of my edges clear and precise. So this is just me bringing the image back in the Cricut software and trying to print it out again. So I think this time I printed it out in a smaller size, and we're going to see how it turns out. It's not coming out right. So yeah, that one didn't come out right, as you can see. So this is me just trying to, again, this time I'm going to make the image bigger to see if the details will come out better. I honestly think it was the image that I used. You definitely just want to make sure the image that you use is clear, you know, make sure your details are precise. But yeah, this is how it came out this time, which was a little bit better. What I ended up doing was just cutting out all the details in the middle of these wings and just keeping the outline, because I was like, I don't really need all these little wing details. As long as people can tell that these are wings, then that is fine. I'm not going to sit here and keep printing this image 10 times over, which is literally what I was doing. I didn't show you all that whole process. Like when I was using the construction paper, After the construction paper, I used this paper also had like smaller little greeting cards in them. I was using those at first, and those didn't work. So I used like 3-4 different sets of paper and had to figure out what worked best. So yeah, basically, as you see me, I'm just like examining the wings, and I'm like, do I want to keep these wings? So basically, I just ended up cutting the details out, and I moved on to my other set of wings and just kept the ball rolling. Okay, so now on my second set of wings, I don't know why earlier I kept saying angel wings. And yes, angel wings were in mind, but I wanted 2 sets of wings in general because the scripture talks about the wings of the Most High, eagle wings, angel wings, cherubim wings. So I just wanted a different variety of wings to represent pretty much all of them. So yeah, second set of wings, they came out great for the most part. It was an area, as you can see, the area that I'm cutting just towards like the tip of the wings that didn't really come out right. I tried to print these like 2 times and they both printed out the same way. So this is me just kind of like coming behind and getting the edges right. Now the lighting, y'all. I used my old phone and I put a piece of toilet paper on the back. So yeah, the toilet paper roll is to give the light a funnel look, because all of the lights that I had, they weren't working. They were either too bright or they just didn't reflect the image that I wanted it to. So I saw this online where people would take their phone and put the tissue on the back and create like a spotlight look. So this is the result, which I was satisfied with. I did end up purchasing a different light that I didn't need, but that's neither here or there. This is the light. I hope you guys try it because it worked for me. So since I'm doing a little behind the scene, I thought to just put a little content of me doing my hair, since that is a part of the process. A part of the process is me picking out the outfit, is me getting myself dressed, is me coming up with the content in entirety. That includes doing my hair or doing whatever else I need to do to get the whole look. So I was just like, let me see if I can try to do something a little different, a little creative. I came up with bantu knots in the front, lock petals in a high bun, and just left some of my hair down in the back. So this is showcasing the setup, the phone light, stencil, camera, backlight. Okay, y'all, it is currently 12:44. I have been working on this shoot since 8:39. I did take a break to eat, maybe like a 30-minute break to eat. But when I tell you I am tired, so I was not able to get the behind the scene that I wanted to, doing the whole shoot. It was just me, doing everything. So I didn't have like enough hands on deck to record the whole shoot. But I just wanted to put some clips in the video to show you, what the setup looks like. How the stencils look, how the lighting looks with the stencils. I will also be adding the photos in these videos. Hopefully next time I will be able to do more of an behind the scenes while I am shooting. And if you would like that, please let me know. But yeah, I'm trying to show you guys. So that is one stencil right there. It was a little complicated trying to get the lighting to line up correctly with the stencils because I did different poses. I was trying to get some of the pictures on my face. You know, the further, let me just show you. Hold on. Okay, so I can at least show you guys this. So this is what I'm talking about with the lighting. So depending on the pose I want to do, I have to continuously change how I have this set up, and change how I have the light set up, and also the camera. So those three factors all together, and also like my little backlight, I've had to use like 2-3 lights because my main light died twice, so I kept having to switch lights and try different lighting. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So like if I get this light and I move this further, it shows the whole paper, right? But it makes the image smaller. So if I wanted to do like a up close shot with the image on my back or on my face, I would have to keep moving the light depending on my position. But when I bring it forward, you see how it makes the image bigger, the image smaller, the image bigger. So now, depending on how I am posing, if I am standing up, if I'm sitting down in a chair, if I'm sitting down on the floor, that means I will have to adjust this light, and I will have to like keep moving my paper and stuff like that. So this is why it took me so long to do this shoot, because it is very tedious to get the right angle when you have certain angles in mind, not only with the lighting or the stencils, but also with the camera, you know, making sure your camera is not in the way of the stencil, or making sure you are not getting the stencil in the picture in the camera. But yeah, you guys, like I said, I am going to post the pictures. The pictures will most likely be at the end of the video, but I am going to go get ready for bed. I am tired. I've been doing this for about three almost 4 hours. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I am here. But for now, good night.